Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Tay TV and my reaction video for today. I will be reacting to 10 scariest things found in Africa. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna get straight into this video. Thank you.
Amazing luck for the rest of the week. The first myth you hear from someone who's never visited Africa is that the continent is dangerous. While many may dispute this, pockets of evidence reveal there could be an iota of truth to the claim.
That's
These
true.
10 scariest things in Africa give you second thoughts about visiting the continent. Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes are one of the most dangerous animals on the planet. They account for millions of deaths yearly in Africa. These deadly parasites can carry and transmit diseases to humans. The World Health Organization reports that 50% of the
Wow,
world
look at
population
that.
is at risk of
That looks
mosquito-borne
ugly.
diseases. Symptoms of mosquito bites start shortly after being bitten. It begins with a red bump on the skin, followed by an itchy sensation. Multiple bumps are also common because
I hate
these
mosquito
insects might pierce
bites.
the skin in over one location. Children and adults with weakened immune systems may experience more severe symptoms like swollen glands, low-grade fever, and hives. Victims of mosquito bites may also suffer severe harmful infections like malaria, Zika virus, West Nile virus, yellow fever, dengue fever, and chikungunya. If you're bitten by a mosquito and notice any flu-like symptoms, seek urgent medical help. Studies show that this insect attacks some people more than others. Researchers don't understand the reason for this choice, but they may be attracted to one's body odor, like lactic acid and sweat. The best way to prevent mosquitoes is to live outside Africa, particularly where they're not found. Better still, you can keep your surroundings
That's
clean
smart.
and use repellents to chase them away from your home. Fire ant. The fire ant bite causes a burning sensation on the skin, followed by itchy welts in a circular pattern. After it bites its victim, it attaches the mandible to the skin and sticks its stinger to the skin before injecting its venom. It can sting multiple times at once, delivering 7 or 8 stings at one time. A fire ant
7 or 8
measures 1
stings.
millimeter
You
in
gotta be
5 millimeters.
careful.
It has 6 legs, 2 pinching mandibles protruding from its head, and a stinger on its rear end. They're common in parts of the US and Africa, but were accidentally imported from South America to Alabama in the 1930s. If this ant species bites you, brush it off your skin, then wash the affected area with soap and water. Cold compresses also help to reduce swelling and pain, while antihistamine helps control the allergies. Ensure not to pop or squeeze the blisters, as it can lead to an infection or scars. Most reactions to a fire ant bite last a week and require little treatment. Only about 2% of stings leave serious reactions. Tsetse fly.
Tessie fly.
Tsetse flies are biting insects that live in tropical Africa. Although found on Mount Kilimanjaro, they're scattered throughout Tanzania's northern circuit parks. There are 23 species of this fly belonging to the genus Glossina. They resemble a large housefly and measure 6 to 16 millimeters long. They're yellowish
6 to
brown but have
16
dark
millimeters
markings on
long.
their throat. This insect has 2 outstanding features that make them stand out. Its wings can fold back, with one wing resting directly on the other. They also boast a long, forward-looking proboscis. The tsetse fly transmit the trypanosomiasis parasite responsible for African sleeping sickness. While there are no vaccines for this parasite, the chances of getting ill from a bite are slim. Most cases of African sleeping sickness result from prolonged exposure to the insect. However, experts advise you seek medical attention if you're bitten. You'll most likely encounter this animal if you're in the bush. Their bites are
In the
painful,
bush.
so you must avoid them. One way to stay clear from them is wearing long-sleeve clothes and pants and using insect repellent containing DEET. Snake Island.
Snake Island.
Uganda's cultural heritage is best told by Musamba Island, an area women aren't supposed to visit. The name Musamba is a local Ugandan dialect meaning demon, and the cobras that live there could be the real demons. Given that the area is a breeding ground for forest cobras, you can't expect anything less. Scientists say this part of the country is the largest breeding colony for these venomous snakes. Regardless of how scary they look, men live with these dangerous serpents. About 100 fishermen ply
I
their
couldn't live
trade
with no
on the rocky
snakes,
islands
no.
of Lake Victoria. These men bump into the snakes but continue fishing because it's taboo to kill them. While they respect the serpents, the animals do the same too. The cobras are calm and don't worry about intruders into their territory. For a moment, You wonder if this place is in Africa, considering that most Africans fear snakes. Locals say no one's been bitten by these forest cobras. It baffles many that a notorious animal like this would coexist with humans without a fatality. The puff adder.
Puff adder. Look at his
Puff adder is a
eyes.
venomous viper species
Eyes look
found in
scary.
sub-Saharan
Whoa.
Africa. This snake handles most fatalities in Africa because of its wide distribution in heavily populated regions. The color pattern with this species varies based on location, but their heads have well-marked dark bands. Puff adders live in all habitats across Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Zambia, Uganda, Somalia, Kenya, and many other African countries. However, they don't live in deserts, rainforests, and alpine habitats. These species are nocturnal creatures. Although they spend most of their time on the ground, they're excellent
spend most
swimmers
of the time
and
on the
can
ground.
climb with ease. They're
Yeah,
sluggish
they can
too
float
and rely
good.
on camouflage for protection. They prefer to back away from the threat and seek cover. If the intruder insists, they can strike suddenly before returning to their defensive position, waiting to strike again.
They're
Puff adders
quick.
are carnivores, and their prey includes tortoises, small frogs, lizards, rodents, amphibians, birds, and other mammals. While this animal is a threat to human existence, it has its use in the ecosystem. It controls pests that destroy crops.
I know it's unusual in this day and age to devote your life to something spiritual.
Hey. Emperor Scorpion.
Emperor Scorpion. This look
Emperor
interesting.
Scorpion are the African species found in Guinea. They measure up to 18 centimeters and boast a mass of 60 grams. It's the largest scorpion species in the world. Their large pincers are blackish red and have a granular texture. The front of their body comprises 4 sections, each with a pair of legs. Its tail is long and curves backward over its body. It ends in the large receptacle containing the venom glands. Their sting is either mild or severe depending on the species. Thanks to the sensory hairs covering the tail and pincers, the emperor scorpion can detect prey through vibrations in the air and ground.
Two
The
vibrations
emperor
in the
scorpion
air. That's
is an
powerful.
African
They can
rainforest
detect their
species
prey like
sometimes
that.
lives in the savannah. It's also found in countries like Guinea-Bissau, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Gambia, Togo, Liberia, Burkina Faso, Mali, Sierra Leone, and many other African countries. They burrow beneath the soil and hide below rocks and debris. The scorpion's a famous asset in the pet trade, diminishing their numbers in the wild. Giant sandstorm
Giant
blankets.
sandstorm blankets. What?
On March 23, 2005, winds whipped across the sands of the southern Sahara Desert in northern Africa. It spread a thick cloud of dust on the atmosphere, with the thickest plumes settling in Sudan, Niger, Chad, Nigeria, and Cameroon. This resulted in scores of fires in Senegal.
Wow.
Dust storms are common to farmers and herders in the semi-arid lands at the southern margin of the Sahara. The winds reach up to 100 kilometers per hour and reduce visibility to zero. It causes dunes to move like waves across a sandy sea. The Sahel region is threatened by desertification, although not because of direct threats from the Sahara. The threat of desertification comes from people who use and overuse the landscape. Cutting trees, overgrazing, and other unfavorable ecological practices increase naturally occurring droughts in the semi-arid landscape. Without sufficient vegetation to anchor the soil in place, wind erosion washes the topsoil. And to our best pick.
Best pick. Here we
Africans
go.
have found a more creative way to register their displeasure over a dysfunctional system. One such way is scaring people, including the government, to their bones. Anaconda on a street.
Anaconda on the street.
Residents of Bengaluru woke up to a strange installation on the street. The Nama Bengaluru Foundation, an organization working to make the city one of the best in the world, planted the sculpture on a road riddled with potholes. The residents were stunned at first and wondered where an animal that size appeared from. The Anaconda installation shows a massive creature sticking its head out of a deep pothole filled with water while clasping a severed hand in its mouth. The organization wanted to notify aspiring politicians of the issue.
Get
of
away
potholes
from that
and garbage
anaconda
management
as
in the
quick
city.
as possible.
The planning and execution of the controversial project took 4 weeks, while the installation took a week. It's not the first time residents of Bengaluru have used art to register their displeasure over societal issues. That same year, another artist placed a life-size crocodile model in a huge pothole. Getting people to believe the sculpture was real took some extra convincing. Human flesh found in Nigerian restaurant.
Human flesh?
The discovery of 2 human heads in a Nigerian restaurant has to be the scariest in Africa. How and why did it happen? You'll find out soon. In September 2013, journalists reported that a local hotel had been shut down after online reports suggested that they were selling dishes made of human meat. When the police stormed the facility, they found 2 fresh cellophane-wrapped human heads at the scene. This partly corroborated the claims that something fishy was going on there. The security agency arrested 11 people and shut down the hotel. Local and international news outlets reported this story. It got a boost after being broadcast on BBC Swahili on May 13, 2015. However, further investigation revealed that the report was unfounded because the news came from a single source. No other outlet was quoted in the reporting. The hotel owner debunked the allegations, saying his detractors set him up. He said they were disguised as customers and booked a room at his hotel only to plant the heads and alert the police afterward. Only the court can decide who's culpable in this case. However, one might be skeptical about visiting any random restaurant for fear that one might be feasting on human meat.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Nile crocodile.
Nile crocodile.
The Nile crocodile is Africa's largest crocodilian. It reaches up to 20 feet and can weigh as much as 1,650 pounds. They live throughout sub-Saharan Africa, especially in the Madagascan rivers, freshwater marshes, the Nile Basin, and mangrove swamps. They feed on fish, but would likely attack any creature that comes their way, including small hippos, zebras, birds, porcupines, and smaller crocodiles. It eats up to half its body weight at once. These unusual predators are caring parents. While most reptiles leave their eggs after
The
laying,
zebra's
they
running.
ferociously guard their nests until the eggs hatch. They'll roll the eggs gently in their mouths to help the babies emerge. Nile crocs spend most of their life in freshwater sources like wetlands, rivers, and lakes. Due to their proximity to humans, confrontations are frequent, and they don't discriminate among prey. This means a human meal is nearly as delicious as any animal meal. Scientists estimate that up to 200
This was an
people die
interesting
yearly in
video.
the jaws
Please
of a
like,
Nile
share,
crocodile.
comment,
Pollution
and
on
subscribe to
habitat
my channel.
have
Stay
made
tuned for my next reaction videos. Thank you.